Hi students, welcome to plus 1 computer class. So in the previous video we discussed about variables. Variables are the identifiers used to represent memory location, and also we discussed the three aspects for variables. Which are the aspects for variable? Variable name, memory address or L value, then content or R value. Then after that we discussed about some of the operators of C++. Operators means arithmetic operator and also one special operator called modulus operator. Modulus operator, we are using the symbol percentage. Okay, so we are discussing, you know, our chapter name data types and operator. So the data type section is over. We discussed about the classification of data type along with example. Then after that we are going to discuss the various operators of C++. So in the previous video we discussed two operators. So in this video onwards we are going to discuss some other type of operators like relational operator, logical operator, then input or output operator, then assignment operator, increment decrement operator, and one more operator is there, that is conditional operator. Okay, so these are the operators that we are going to discuss. That means the remaining set of operations we will discuss along with examples. Okay, so we already completed arithmetic and modulus operator. Next category is relational operators. Relational operators. Relational operators means we can use numeral value as operands. Numeral value as operands, but relational operations or operators always give true or false value or yes or no value. Okay, relational operators always give true or false value or yes or no value. Clear? So that's why this is also known as decision making statement or decision making operators. The commonly used relational operators are less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, then not equal to. Not equal to means we are using exclamation mark for representing not equal to symbol for representing relational operator. Then we can give some of the example. Here two variables are present, m and n. The first value of m is equal to 10 and n is equal to 5. Then we can write some of the relational operators like m greater than n. M greater than n, what will be the value? 10 greater than 5, condition is true. So that's why we will get number 1. Then another expression we can get m less than n. M less than n, condition false because m is greater than n. So what will be the value? 0. Okay, so in relational expression we can execute any kinds of relational operators, but the value will be in terms of 0 and 1. Yes or no or 0 or 1. Here no represents 0, yes represent 1. Clear? So that is relational operators, relational operator category. Okay, clear? Then less than or equal to. Then next one, m exclamation mark equal to n. M not equal to n. Exclamation mark equal to, that means not equal to. M not equal to n, what will be the value? 10 not equal to 5, condition is true. So what will be the answer? Answer equal to 1. Less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, any kinds of operations we can perform, but in all the operation what will be the result? In all the operation result will be 0 or 1. 0 indicate false value and 1 indicate true value. Clear? So that is the first operation, relational operation. Then second operation is logical operators. What is it? Logical operators. Logical operators means we already studied there are three types of logical operators present, that is and, or, not. Okay, which are the three logical operators? AND operation, OR operation, NOT operation. Okay, AND for performing logical multiplication, OR for logical addition, and NOT for logical negation to find the complement of a value. Then, okay, here I am going to give some of the questions. Then, for representing AND operation, we are using double ampersand symbol. Which symbol we are using? Double ampersand symbol. So, here the condition is, okay, here two variables is present, E1 and E2. E1 is equal to 0, 0. Then, after AND operation, 0, 0 into 0, what will be the answer? 0 into 0, 0. That means, if you multiply any number with 0, we will get 0 as result. That means, actually logical operations are used to combine two relational operators. Okay, it is used to combine two relational operators. So, we can write the condition 10 greater than 5 and 15 less than 25. 15 less than 25. So, this is an example for logical AND operation. I already mentioned in logical AND operation, any of the condition is false, output also false. Both the condition want to satisfy true, or both the condition should result true value, then only we will get true value. So, here 10 greater than 5 condition true, isn't it? 10 greater than 5 condition true. Then 15 less than 25, what will be the value? Again condition true. If both the conditions are supplying true value or 1, then what will be the output? Output also true or 1. Both the condition want to satisfy. Then second condition, 10 greater than 5 and 100 less than 25. 10 greater than 5 and 100 less than 25. What is the first condition? First condition will return true value or 1. 100 less than 25. 100 is greater than 25. So, what will be the result? Condition false. We will get 0. So, what will be the final result? 1 into 0. Result will be false or 0. So, in AND operation, or if you are performing AND operation, if any of the condition is false, the final output will be false. Okay. If any of the condition is false, output also false. Okay. Then logical operators are used to combine two relational operators. Then next one is logical OR operation, double slash. Okay. Then OR operation. In OR operation, we are executing logical addition. Logical addition means if any of the output is true, the final output. That means after OR operation, output also true. That means the two condition do not want to be give false true value. If any of the condition is true, output also true. So, the same condition or the same that I am going to execute, 10 greater than 5 or 100 less than 25. 100 less than 25. Here the first condition is true or it will give 1. What about the second condition? Second condition will give 0. So, 1 plus 0 is equal to 1. So, the final output will be 1. Then 10 less than 5 or 100 less than 25. Both the condition are false. 10 less than 5 condition false, 100 less than 25 again condition false. If the two conditions are false, then the final answer also will be false. Clear? So, this is logical OR operation. Okay, in logical OR operation, It will return true value if any of the condition is true. Then, okay, you want to remember this because in our programming section we will use all these operators. Okay. Then next one is logical NOT operation. Logical NOT operation or negation operation. So we can write like this. Then the symbol that we are using is exclamation mark. Okay, which symbol we are using? Exclamation mark. So here I am going to write one example. Not 100 less than 20. Okay, not 100 less than 20. Then, okay, what will be the result? 100 less than 20. Condition false. 100 less than 20, the condition is false. 100 is greater than 20. So, it will return 0 as false value. But not of 0 or complement of 0. What will be the result? Complement of 0, that is 1 or true value. Okay. So, we are converting value into its complement. Clear? Then next one, not 100 greater than 20, just opposite. Here the condition returns value 1, but we are finding its complement, that will be 0. Clear? So like this we are executing logical operators. Logical AND operation represent by a double ampersand, logical or double slash, not exclamation mark. Clear? So this is belonging to logical operator category. Then the third section. So clear, relational operator and logical operator is over. Next one is input or output operator. Input or output operator. So in the program that we seen from the previous videos, it is Cout symbol is present, Cout. So the commonly used input operator. The commonly used input operator is this symbol. That means two greater than symbols together. Two greater than symbols together. This operator is also known as get from or extraction operator. Okay. So this operator we are using get from or extraction operator. For extracting value or for giving extracting value from the user through variables, we are using extraction operator. Two greater than symbol together. Then output operator. Output operator just opposite. Two less than symbol together, and this is also known as put to or insertion operator. Put to or insertion. Put to or insertion operations. Okay, I will read the sentence. C++ provide input operator for this operation. This operator is also known as get from or extraction operator. The symbol is constituted by two greater than symbol. Then similarly in output operation, data is transferred from RAM to output device. That means data is transferring from RAM to output device. Usually the monitor in the standard output device to get the result directly. The operator insertion operator we are using, and it is also known as put to or insertion operation. Okay. For submitting value or to giving value to the computer, we are using input operator and get from or extraction operation. Then for displaying value through standard output device monitor, we are using output operation, that is also known as put to or extraction operation. Clear? So these are the two values, input or output operation. Clear? Then next, another set of operation is assignment operator. Assignment. Okay. assignment operator, and it is also represented by equal to symbol. Okay, it is represented by equal to symbol. Then assignment operator. Assignment operator is used to assign value to a particular variable. So we can write like this: A equal to B. Okay, A equal to B. Here both A and B are variables. Okay, A and B are variables. So when we write like this, the value present at the right side variable is copied into left variable. Okay, the value present at the right side variable is assigning to left side variable. Then one more example we can write like this: A is equal to 3. A equal to 3. A equal to 3 means the right side value is assigning, right side value or constant is assigning to left side variable. Okay, A equal to 3. Clear? So this is assignment operator. Then in relational operator there is one more operator present, that is double equal to. Okay, not single equal to, here it is double equal to symbol is present. That double equal to symbol is used for checking the equality of operator. Equality. So if we write A double equal to B, A double equal to B, it is not an assignment operator, it is a relational operator. It will return true or false value. Okay, it will always return true or false value. Clear? Assignment operator, equal to operator. Double equal to is not belonging to assignment category. It is used for equality checking and it is belonging to relational operator category. Clear? Relational operator category. Okay, I think it is clear. Assignment operator. Then next one is arithmetic assignment operator. Next category, arithmetic assignment operator. Arithmetic assignment operator. The commonly used arithmetic operators are plus, minus, division, equal to, division, star and all. So we are using arithmetic along with assignment. So we can write like this: A plus equal to 10. A plus equal to 10. A plus equal to 10 means A equal to A plus 10. Okay, so this is the C++ shorthand method, plus equal to. Okay, if we are adding or dividing the same number, then we can use arithmetic assignment operator. Example, A star equal to 5. A star equal to 5 means A equal to A star 5. Then A divided by equal to 10. Then A equal to A by 10. Okay. So these are the commonly used as arithmetic assignment operator. So please look at your textbook. In your textbook, one table is given. That table, by looking that table, so many examples also present. This we are studying in smaller classes, so that I think it will not have much explanation. Okay, so this is enough. Plus equal to 10. Okay, and also star equal to. If we are multiplying the same variable, then we can use this kinds of arithmetic assignment operator. Okay, we can use arithmetic assignment operator. Then next one is increment and decrement operator. Increment and decrement operator. That means we are incrementing a variable by 1 or decrementing a variable by 1. So increment operator is plus plus operator and decrement operator is minus minus operator. Okay, increment operator is plus plus and decrement operator is minus minus. But in increment and decrement category, there are some special operator also present. Okay, plus plus. For example, if we write x plus plus, Okay, if the value of x is equal to 10, then what will be the result after x plus plus? Value of x equal to 11. Then we can represent the same by using like this, x plus equal to 1. X plus equal to 1. Okay, suppose you want to increment a value of x by 1. There are three possibilities. We can write like this, x plus plus. X plus plus equal to x plus 1. Then another category, x plus equal to 1. Then x equal to x plus 1. These three expressions are same. That means the working of all these three expressions are same, because using all these we are incrementing value of x by 1. Decrement operation also like this. Okay, we are decrementing a variable by 1. So we can use increment method, then arithmetic assignment method and normal method. Clear? Then next one, decrement, same, x minus minus, x minus equal to 1, x equal to x minus 1. All these equation or all these expressions are giving same value. That means we are subtracting 1 from variable x. Okay. Then in increment and decrement operation, there is some special kind of increment and decrement operation is present, that is prefix and postfix. Prefix and postfix. Okay, because in computer we are including one or more expressions. Okay, so you want to follow the order. So first we will discuss what is mean by prefix. Prefix means change then use. Okay, prefix expression is also known as change then use. Okay, I will explain the working of prefix with the help of an example. So here there are three variables a, b and c. Three variables a, b and c. Here a equal to 10, b equal to 5. Okay, a equal to 10 and b equal to 5. Then I am going to write the expression c equal to a plus plus. Okay, c equal to a plus plus. Okay, prefix expression, first we are specifying the operator. So which one is the operator? Plus plus is the operator. So operator will come first, then after that operand. Okay, plus plus a, it is belonging to the category of prefix. First operator and then operand. Then immediately after the expression c equal to plus plus a, what will be the value of c? What will be the value of c? Value of c equal to plus plus a. So what is this? Change then use. So the right expression will execute first, plus plus a. After incrementing a equal to a plus 1, what will be the value of a? 11. That 11 is copying to the variable c. So the value of c equal to 11 and value of a equal to 11, because first we are changing the value of a, or first we are executing the expression. After executing the expression, value of a will change to 11 and the same value we are assigning to the variable c. Then next one more example. We can write one more example, d equal to minus minus b. D equal to minus minus b. Increment and also decrement I am executing. First value of b now is equal to 5. 5 will change to 4. Decrement by 1. So the value of b is equal to 4 and the same value is copied into d. So the value of b is equal to 4 and d equal to 4. There will be no change. Okay. So that is belonging to prefix category. First we are executing the expression, then after that we are copying the value. So increment and decrement operation we can execute in two different manner. First one is prefix and second one is postfix. Postfix, use then change. Okay, so here we are changing the variable first, then after that we are assigning that variable to left side variable. Okay, same variable A, B, C and D. A equal to 10 and B equal to 5. Then I am going to execute C equal to, here it is postfix. So the operand will come first, A plus plus. Okay, after the operand. Use then change. First, the value of A is copied into the variable C. So the value of C equal to 10. Then what about the value of A? Value of C is equal to, C will be 10 and value of A will be, A is equal to 11. Okay, look at the difference. Here both the variables are 11, but in the second expression, first we are using the variable. How we can use the value of A? Which is the initial value of A? 10 is copied into the variable C. Then after that we are executing the expression. So after changing the value, A is equal to 11. Then again same example, D equal to B minus minus. D equal to B minus minus. So what is the initial value of B? B equal to 5. So the value of D equal to 5 and after that B is changing. Then B is equal to 4. Okay. So these are prefix and postfix expression of increment and decrement. Increment mean plus plus, decrement also plus plus. So we can use increment and decrement operation in prefix and postfix manner. Okay, prefix and postfix manner. So I think it is clear what are the speciality of prefix and postfix. Then okay, this is already available in your textbook. We can make use of your textbook. Please read your textbook thoroughly. Then one more operator is present, that is conditional operator. Conditional operator. Conditional operator belonging to ternary operator category. Ternary operator because it consists of three operand, question mark and colon. Question mark and colon, it consists of three operands. So the syntax for conditional operator will be like this: expression, question mark, expression 1 colon expression 2. Okay, we will write one example. Result is equal to score greater than 36. If the score is greater than 36, then the student question mark, then the student passed, otherwise else part it is failed. Okay, if the score is greater than 36, the student passed, otherwise the student failed. Okay, so this is conditional operator because it consists of three expression or three operands. The symbol that we are using is question mark and colon. If the first expression is true, the second expression. If the first expression is true, second expression will execute. If it is false, third expression will execute. Expression 1, expression 2, expression 3. If result greater than 36, then passed, otherwise fail. It is equal to if else statement. Clear? So these are the different types of operators that we are using in C++. Okay, so again we will revise the operator that we studied: relational operators, logical operators, input output operator, assignment, increment decrement, postfix and prefix, and last operator was conditional operator. Okay, it's very important, conditional operator. Then you want to write one question in your notebook, that is write and explain the working of conditional operator with example. The same example you can write syntax and example. Okay, so hope you understood. The remaining section we will discuss in the next video. Okay then, thank you.